What is going on, Pats Nation? It's Patriots Global here, back with another video. And no, this is not a drill. This is not a joke. This is not speculation. As you probably already know by now, Matt Patricia, also known as Matty P, is back with the New England Patriots coaching staff. Now, before we do get into this video, I do just want to apologize to you guys that this video is coming out much later than usual, much later than I would drop a breaking news type of video, just because I was not able to get around to the video until now. At the time I'm recording this, it's about 1 in the morning, so I'm going to make sure to get it out for you guys here as soon as I am done. So first off, just want to apologize here for the video coming out on the news. But yes, former Patriots defensive coordinator Matt Patricia is back with the coaching staff. What does this mean for the Patriots? What is his role? If you guys want to know that, you're going to have to watch the video, watch it to the end. We're going to be touching on all of the points, so your question is more than likely going to be answered. Now, according to news experts, Matt Patricia coming back to the Patriots, according to Mike Reese, will be to assist the Patriots coaching staff in a variety of different roles. That's a very broad statement. From what we can understand, this is kind of something like a Mike Lombardi, when he was with the Patriots, or what he did with the Patriots, rather. The Patriots coaching staff is still sort of all over the place because the last few seasons they have had several guys leaving. A good amount of guys had gotten head coaching jobs, and then they took other coaching staff within the Patriots organization with them. So the Patriots have kind of been going in and out and going through this really awkward transition within their coaching staff. So it makes nothing but perfect sense that Matt Patricia is back with the Patriots. The Patriots like to promote from within, but because they were able to get Matt Patricia back, they didn't really need to promote from within. They didn't have to come and go outside of the organization and find somebody brand new. The good thing about Matt Patricia is that despite how you might feel about him with his time with the Detroit Lions, which we will get into, he knows this system. He was with the Patriots for several years. So no matter where Bill Belichick does decide to put Matt Patricia within the coaching staff, whatever priorities Matt Patricia is going to get, you should be confident with what he's going to be able to do. I know that a lot of people did not like the re-signing of Matt Patricia, and I do understand why. Look, he went to the Detroit Lions, and he did terrible. During the, 2-3 seasons that he was the head coach for the Detroit Lions, he posted a 13-29-1 record for the Detroit Lions. And surprisingly, the Detroit Lions defense, since Patricia had taken over, had taken a huge slope down. And, because he was a former defensive coordinator for the New England Patriots, you would think that Detroit Lions defense would be a number one priority for him. But no, their defense got worse when Patricia entered the building. Now, not only did the defense get worse, but the team's reputation was getting tarnished. I'm surprised they even gave him 3 years. Before he became the head coach for the Detroit Lions, Matt Patricia was known as a guy who players around the league loved to play for. They admired him greatly. They had nothing but respect for him. He had great leadership, and I think that's a big reason why he even got a head coaching job with Detroit. Then as some time went on, while he was with Detroit, you heard nothing but bad things about him. You heard players bashing him. You had players wanting to be released, wanting to not be a part of the organization because they did not like Matt Patricia. So Matt Patricia, while he's with the Patriots, was this great guy. Everyone wanted to play for him. Great connections, great leadership, to going to be a head coach with the Detroit Lions and everybody hating him. He tarnished his own reputation. Just a couple of these players include Darius Slay and Quandre Diggs. And I think it makes sense also. I think you look at what Matt Patricia did over the past 3 seasons as a head coach. He didn't do anything good. Free agency, draft-wise, never did anything that truly stood out, at least in my own personal opinion. When he was making signings, when he was making trades, he was always doing it with guys that at least at some point were in the New England Patriots system, right? Trades for Daron Harmon, picks up Trey Flowers, signs Jamie Collins, signs Danny Amendola. I mean, we can go on, but clearly Matt Patricia, as a head coach, a guy who makes roster moves, is not a good position for any team looking to succeed. Matt Patricia is no more than just an assistant coach. The highest, and I mean the highest rank that man should ever be, is a defensive coordinator. Nothing higher. It's going to be really interesting to see how things pan out with Matt Patricia back with the New England Patriots. It's going to be cool. Say what you want about him. It's going to be cool to see him back with the New England Patriots, just like old times. And his role does not look like it's going to be the same. And in the video I made when the Lions released him, I said, should the Patriots bring him back? And one of those things I said was, if they bring him back, which I think they should, I don't see him becoming the defensive coordinator, even though the Patriots don't technically have an official defensive coordinator. According to Ian Rappaport, he's going to be more so doing evaluating with the Patriots personnel. That is going to be a big portion of what he does. So it's going to be more different than what we've seen from him in the past with the Patriots. He's not going to take over as assistant director of player personnel like Nick Caserio, because Dave Ziegler is supposed to take over that. Let's keep in mind that Patriots do have outside linebackers coach and son of Bill Belichick, Steve Belichick, who is really that signal play caller for the defense. He's not officially the defensive coordinator, but he does still play those calls. And then the Patriots have inside linebacker coach and former Patriots player in Gerard Mayo, who also is a very top role in the Patriots defense. I think Belichick would probably go with one of those guys before he'd roll with Matt Patricia. And like I said earlier, what I expect and what I have heard around the league so far is that Matt Patricia is supposed to mirror what the Patriots did back in 2014 when Belichick hired Mike Lombardi. And that was Belichick's former director of player personnel while he was with the Cleveland Browns, which was from 1991 to 1995, and is now an assistant to the head coach. When Lombardi had made that transition to the Patriots coaching staff, it was seamless. There was no problems with it because Lombardi had a relationship with Belichick, and Lombardi also knew the team's overall system. I see that exact same thing happening here with Matt Patricia. Matt Patricia has a great relationship with Belichick, and I think something else we need to realize is that Dont'a Hightower. What does this mean possibly for Dont'a Hightower? Because Dont'a Hightower is considering retirement. Hightower doesn't know if he's coming back next year. Hightower always had an amazing relationship with Matt Patricia. He had nothing but love, nothing but respect, and those two just were very, very close, both on and off the field. Maybe this means that Dont'a Hightower would want to come back now that Patricia's back. Now, the Patriots actually aren't just bringing back Matt Patricia. Matt Patricia's bringing another coach from Detroit with him to New England, which is a change-up, which is pretty cool. He's actually bringing Evan Rothstein. I believe I'm saying that right. It's either Rothstein or Rothstein. And his role with the Detroit Lions actually goes all the way back until 2012. Most recently, this past year, he was an emergency backup defensive coordinator in case COVID did strike against the Detroit Lions coaching staff. Now, since 2012, he also had a variety of different roles with the Detroit Lions, including quality control for special teams, offensive assistant, and a research and analysis assistant for both the offense and head coach. Overall, the Patriots are bringing a lot of bodies in to help beef up this coaching staff. Again, New England could really use it. Getting a guy who's very familiar with the coaching staff is going to be nothing but an upgrade and nothing but help for the New England Patriots. Y'all, do not look at this as a bad move because Matt Patricia did just a terrible, horrendous job as a head coach. He's not going to be making those moves. He's not going to be someone who makes trades, signings, releases, has a say in that. It's not what it's going to be. All of that will still stay the same because all of that still goes under Bill Belichick. And lastly here, y'all, I do want to remind you to go ahead and check out my boys over at BetOnline. The NFL regular season is over. The playoffs are finally coming to an end with the championship coming just this weekend. And then, of course, the Super Bowl. And it is time to make your bets. And there's only one place that has you covered and one place that we personally trust here at Patriots Global, and that is betonline.ag. Sign up today for a free account at betonline.ag and use that promo code CLNS50 for 50% off welcome bonus. You guys can get in on blackjack, poker, NFL games of the week, college football, current headlines in sports. Guys, don't sit on the sidelines anymore. Get in the action. Don't forget to use that promo code CLNS50 to receive 50% off on your first deposit. Again, that is BetOnline, your online sportsbook experts. Like always, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Matty P is back in New England. I want to know your guys' thoughts on this. Let me know in the comment section below. But like always, I'll catch you in the next one.